Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm bringing you an updated review on the 2021 SE Bikes OM Duro. I apologize for the recent inactivity. I've just been really busy and haven't had time to shoot any videos, but I decided, I'll bust the camera out and bring you guys this one today. So it's been about 2-3 years since I made the original review on this bike, and ever since then the bike has treated me excellent. No major issues whatsoever. Ones that I had, replaced the part. A lot of this bike, the parts that I modified did not necessarily need to be upgraded, and I do want to stress that the bike in the factory configuration is definitely an excellent ride, but I did decide to make some modifications to make it mine. Starting up top, I got these ODI lock-on grips. I've had ODI grips on all my bikes throughout the years, all with this pattern. They're just my favorite grips of all time. Normally with the non-lock-on version, you have to use an air compressor to get them on and off. The lock-on, you don't have to worry about that. You can just loosen the bolt and they slide right off. Got these super big honking handlebars. I got these bars a couple months after I made my original review video of this bike, and they've made the bike fit me excellent. So I'm about 5'11", 6 foot, give or take. And with the stock bars, the bike did feel a little bit limiting size wise. This is not the XL version. You can see no sticker there. So having the bars a little bit bigger definitely made the ride fit me a little bit better. And it does make a difference in the way the bike looks for sure. I think with the higher bars, this bike just looks a lot cleaner than the factory bars that it came with. So next modification, we got these SRAM G2 RSC brakes. Only one brake, no front brake on this guy. I think in the original video I posted I was still running a front brake, but in true BMX style, I decided I'm just gonna get rid of it and upgrade to these. So these are hydraulic 4-piston disc brakes. You can see here, 180 millimeter SRAM centerline rotor. These brakes have been wonderful. I haven't had any close calls with them not working. In wheelies, I'm not looping out whatsoever. I don't actually think I could loop out if I really tried, just because the bite point on these brakes are so sharp, but they're also adjustable. The reach, which is how far the lever is from the handlebar, can be adjusted, and the bite point as well, so you can kind of dial that into how you like it. Whenever someone different tries my bike, I feel like they all have different preferences when it comes to how the brakes feel. They're able to adjust the settings on the fly and make the bike feel very comfortable very quickly. So everything we got here, headset, fork, wheel, is all factory original. The tire is different though. I put on these 27.5 by 3.0 V Tire Co Speedsters. These tires, if you're familiar with the SE bikes, are very popular, and a lot of the big rippers and stuff like that, all those bikes come with this same tire pattern. It lets this bike fly basically. It's so much faster than the factory tires with the knobs. Those were good for making the bike look like a mountain bike, but at this point it's basically converted into a street bike. I did have another pair of tires on this bike previously. This is the third set of tires that were on this bike. That second set was a lot thinner, and I think that it made the bike lean too much, so I decided to just go back to the 3.0 width, which is what this bike came with. So next, coming down here to the lower end of the bike, we got these new pedals, Origin 8 Vex mountain bike pedals. Pedals are definitely a personal preference type of thing. I really liked how these had the metal nubs to really grip your shoe on the pedal. I haven't had any issues with my feet slipping off whatsoever, but yeah, we do also have a ROS C-clamp, but when I flip the bike around to show you the other side, I'll go more in depth with that. So coming around to the right side of the bike, there are some other parts here that I've changed out. Got another ODI grip on here, but the main thing is this Ride Out Supply sprocket. The reason the sprocket was upgraded was not for the color, because the bike originally came with a blue sprocket, which I think looked pretty good, but because that was the one part that actually broke in the whole time of having this bike. Every part that's factory factory on this bike has been super reliable, and I've had no issues with except the factory sprocket. That factory sprocket, I guess rode so hard to the point where one of the spokes in the sprocket, where the screw goes in to hold the crank in the same spot, actually snapped, and the crank was loose on the sprocket. Basically broke through whatever metal that sprocket was made of. New Ride Out Supply sprocket. New chain as well on this guy. That was purely a maintenance thing. You're supposed to replace your chain when it stretches out to a certain point, but I tend to do it about every 2 years. But this chain that's on it currently has been on it for about a year. This is the Ride Out Supply seat clamp that I was talking about. So as far as the ride goes after making these modifications, the bike is really a night and day difference. And I might be biased to this build because it's my bike. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But I believe that with these modifications, the bike rides like a completely different beast than it already is. Now, you're not going to want to go, you know, mountain biking in the same way that you would with the original tires on the bike, but as far as a street ride goes, I don't think this bike can be beaten. You got the gears, you got the hydraulic disc brakes, you got the big handlebars, wonderful pedals, you know, slick tires. But I think that's where I'm gonna end the video off today. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Maybe during the summer this year, consistency from me will go up. We'll see what happens. And if you enjoyed the video, if you want to see more content like this from me, drop a sub, press that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload, and I will see you guys very soon.